If your response to criminal injustice against women and children is, well, it's not all men, you are a huge part of the problem in our society right now. And the reason for that is, tell me why, when you hear a story or examples or statistics about what's really going on in our society with the atrocities against women and children, your first instinct is not to grieve, not to want to protect, but it's to defend your own reputation. That is a huge problem, and you need some self-exploration on that.
This woman is disingenuous. I've never heard any man who, let's say, reads a story, right, about atrocities that happen to women and children and say, you know what, not all men. No. Okay. What I do hear, which this is why this woman is disingenuous, is women like this, which are the problem, that then regurgitate these stories, right, and say men are, you know what, men are the men commit most of the violence, right? Do those shit. Women like this come online and then spew their venom about men, right? They say, oh, you know what, men are terrible, men are dangerous, men commit all the crimes, men commit all the atrocities against women, men are dangerous to women, right? That's when men say, not all men. Because women like this, they are part of the problem. They create the villains, right? Because they need the villain. When, let's be honest, okay? I'm not saying that bad things don't happen to women, but like I said, let's be honest. More women die from accidents caused by themselves than men doing it, okay? Women, right, die more from accidents. Women die more from cancer, from diseases, than killing of men, right? Than men doing atrocious things, okay? Yet women love to, fixate on, terrible acts, which I don't disagree that there are terrible men out there, okay? But here's the problem I find. Just like what I said, where all, let's say, crimes committed by, or not all, but like majority of violent crime against women is committed by men. Okay, I can agree. But why is that dishonest, right? Why is that dishonest? Because you can say, you don't say it correctly, right? Or you don't think about it correctly. You said it in a way that can paint men in a negative image. Because what you could say is that majority of violent crime committed by women are, one, the men that women choose. The men that women are close to, not strangers. So it's not men. It's the men you choose. That would be more onus on you, right? It's the men you choose, the men you surround yourself with. So the onus is more on you as women. Also, okay, saying that, you know what, violent crime is committed by men. Okay, but majority of violent crime is committed by men. You have to think more about it, because you got to think that majority of men don't commit violent crimes. It's a small percentage of men that commit violent crimes. It's just that all those crimes is committed by that small percentage of men. This is why those stats are disingenuous. Okay, so let's say hypothetically, let's do hypothetical, where I think I read a stat, a crime stat a little while ago about maybe 400,000 acts against women or homicides or whatever were committed by men. I think it was 2023 or so. But imagine that, about a couple 100,000. When you compare the population of men, 165 million, that's a drop in the bucket. That's nothing. That's why